Hello, good evening, everyone. You are welcome to this Zoom meeting. We are about to start. We've got some people in the house and we hope others will join us. So let me share my screen so that we can start. I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, my dear.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen so that we can actually see the agenda, which everybody should be able to follow. And you all have a copy of the agenda as well, because if you look at the invitation link, it has the link to the Zoom and it also has the link to the agenda. So I'm just going to share my screen now.
Okay, meeting agenda. Okay. I was about to write, how do I see the meeting agenda? But now I
It's
see.
there. If you look at the invitation itself, it's
Okay.
there.
On Telegram.
On Telegram, yes, on
Okay.
Telegram, it's
Okay.
there. Right, let me find the right information to share. Right, bear with me. I'm just looking for the right information to share. Okay. Okay, hopefully I should be able to share the right screen now. Let me try again. Okay, so if I click on share. Yes, I think I have the screen now. Okay, so on my screen, can you see where it says the Smart Investor Masterclass?
Yes.
Okay. So over the last 4 weeks, because we started on Sunday, 7th of June, over the last 4 weeks, we have covered topic number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think, yes, we've covered up to 6. We've covered up to 6, and we're supposed to start on 7. No, we did 7. We are supposed to do 8 and 9 today. But 8 and 9 is not really a big deal because, as you can see, the links are there. And the purpose of 8 and 9 is just to show you that you have to expand how you learn about stock investing or investing generally, because investment doesn't have to stop with stocks only. It doesn't have to stop with money market like a mutual fund, treasury bill. There is a lot to investment. In fact, some people only do real estate and they are making good money. And there are people out there in Nigeria, some years back, you only have motivational speakers in UK, US, and some other advanced country. But these days, there are a lot of motivational speakers in Nigeria. They are doing extremely very well. I mean, everybody knows Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. He's a pastor, but he is a big-time real estate investor, and he's been investing in real estate for more than 25 years. He talked about the lands he bought over the years, and the price of those land is probably gone more than 1,000%. And he has built a lot of houses. He's really doing very well in real estate. The same thing, we all know Pastor Ashimolowo as a church pastor. But again, over the years, Pastor Ashimolowo has gone into real estate and is doing extremely very well. And the good thing is these people, they have been very gracious. They have YouTube channels. They have a podcast where they are sharing their experience. So why are people not learning? Because for you to learn, there are 2 ways you can learn. You can learn either by yourself or get free information from people. But also, you can learn by aligning yourself with somebody as your mentor, and you also pay. So there are three different ways actually. And of course, most people want the free option. It's okay if you are learning by yourself, but if you can get free information from people that are more experienced, then the only thing you can do for yourself is to create the time, even if that is the price you pay. You're not going to pay money, but you have to create time to go into different people's social media platform and learn from what they are saying. So I'm not going to waste time on that. The links are there. Nairametrics is one of the biggest podcasts in Nigeria when it comes to stock investing. And these are the places I too also learn. I mean, this thing didn't just come to me. I've had to follow many different platforms, different podcasts, listen to many people like Dr. Lumide Emmanuel, Pastor Ashimolowo, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and some other blog posts and some other YouTube channels. I've had to learn from all these people. And then I went out to practicalize what I learned. Because if I'm just learning and I'm not doing it, then I'm not going to be able to retain whatever I've learned. So from what I have learned and what I'm using for myself, that's what I'm sharing out to others. And that's the way to learn and to retain your knowledge. I told some people, if you learn something and you cannot explain it to anyone, you probably don't know it very well. You may know it, but you probably don't know it very well. And it's always a good idea when you learn something, try to share that idea. Even on the Telegram platform, I've told people many times, anything you learn, whether you learn it from me or you discover it by yourself, share your ideas, share your experience on the platform. You are helping others and you are also helping yourself. Some of the things I post on the Telegram platform, I go back and read it and I will think, am I the one that actually wrote all these things? Because when I read it all over again, I also learn new things from what I've actually written before. Anyway, don't let us dwell on that. So we're going straight to topic number 10. Train ChatGPT to become your personal assistant. So if you click on that link, or well, you probably won't be able to click it, but if I click on it, it's going to take me to my ChatGPT account. Can everybody see my ChatGPT account? Is it showing on your screen?
Yeah, I think so, but it's so small.
Okay. Okay. Just tell me something you see on the screen so that I can know everybody is on that page. I'm sharing the right screen. Just
Yeah,
see me what you can see.
what is ChatGPT is what I'm saying is the only
Yes,
thing I
yes.
can read.
Okay, that's the right screen. So
Uh,
I did this research with ChatGPT, and I've been relating with ChatGPT over a long time. I mean, I think ChatGPT started in 2021 or 2022, and I've been using it gradually. And people always say, look, ChatGPT is not like Google. A lot of people are using ChatGPT like Google. ChatGPT is much advanced than Google. It was after ChatGPT started. That was when Google decided to create its own AI tool as well. So now we have ChatGPT, which is the trailblazer, is the pace setter. ChatGPT is the pace setter when it comes to AI tools. So now we have Google's Gemini. And then another popular one now is Claude. And there's another one called Perplexity. So those four, they are the most popular. There are other AI tools you can use for different things. But if we have to name the most popular four, is ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, and
Have your food.
Perplexity. Sorry?
Have your food.
Uh, Okay, somebody is talking in the background. You might need to mute yourself. So let's go
Yes.
straight to the point. So what is ChatGPT? These are the questions I asked ChatGPT. I'm asking ChatGPT to define itself to me. Again, another thing you will learn from ChatGPT is it talks to you like a human being. It's like you paid a consultant, and you are now talking to your consultant. You are asking your consultant question. Okay, I know you are a consultant, but tell me about your background. What is your qualification? Who have you helped before? What is your track record? And that's the way I talk to ChatGPT in this situation. So let me read the question I asked ChatGPT, and then I will show you the answer. So my question to ChatGPT is, what is ChatGPT? What date were you created? By whom? And for what purpose? Who are your closest three competitors? How are they performing in comparison to the standard you have set in the industry? What is artificial intelligence, AI? And how can the layman who is not technical benefit from it? How can the layman who is not technical benefit from it? I have lots of friends in Nigeria. No, I have a lot of Nigerian subscribers on my Telegram platform who are beginner or intermediate stock investors. Some of them live in Nigeria, while some of them also live in diaspora. How can this set of people personally use ChatGPT to know which stocks to buy on the NGX, how to diversify their stocks across very profitable sectors on the NGX, find stocks that pay dividend multiple times in 1 year, find stocks that have dollar income from their products or services, find stocks that are dividend kings, diversify beyond Nigerian capital market and money market into private pension, high interest savings account, real estate. How will these people know the right prompts to give you? Can you teach them or train them about how to invest and build wealth? Use all relevant formats that will break your answer into easy to understand points by a lay person. So that was my question to ChatGPT. Another thing I will say is the way you ask ChatGPT questions determines how it will answer you. If you want to ask ChatGPT question, ask it intelligent question. Try to, how would I put this? Try to ask it questions that are direct and you narrow down the way you want it to answer you. Don't just say, who is ChatGPT? I mean, if you say who is ChatGPT, that is an open-ended question. So try to ask a closed question so that it will give you the exactly what you want. You can see the way I break down my question. So ChatGPT answered me. ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence. The assistant, ChatGPT is an artificial intelligence assistant developed by OpenAI. So ChatGPT was created by a company called OpenAI. It is designed to understand human language, answer questions, analyze information, help with research, create content, solve problems, assist with learning, and automate many knowledge-based tasks. Think of ChatGPT as a highly knowledgeable digital assistant that can help people to work faster, learn quicker, and make better decisions. Okay, so let's go to the main points because you can read all these things by yourself. Just click into the meeting agenda, click into the topic number 10. You can see all these things I'm showing on the screen. So let's go to the major areas that are more important. Okay, so how can a non-technical person benefit from ChatGPT? Because most people believe, oh, if I want to use ChatGPT, I need to learn how to do coding, or I need to know how, I have to be a technical person. No, ChatGPT, there are advanced stage of AI tools that you might need coding, but there are some other areas where you don't need coding and you can still do a lot of things. You can set up simple automations. If time permits, I will show you the kind of automations I have set for myself. So ChatGPT now is now telling me, you do not, okay, I asked, no, ChatGPT, how can a non-technical person benefit from AI? You do not need programming knowledge. That's what ChatGPT is saying. A teacher can use AI to prepare lesson notes, create quizzes, generate presentation. A student can use AI to learn faster, summarize books, explain difficult topics. A business owner, I will consider most of you here as business owner. A business owner can use AI to create marketing content, analyze sales, write proposal. An investor, which is actually the most relevant to all the people on this Zoom meeting. An investor can use AI to analyze stocks, compare companies, understand annual reports, monitor dividend, build investment plans. So instead of people asking other people randomly, what stock should I invest into? Because you don't know, the person you are talking to may be a beginner like yourself. It may be somebody who is actually a novice, but the cheapest thing is to ask questions. You will find people that will answer you. Even if people who don't know the answer. If you are going somewhere and you ask some people, how do I get from point A to B? They will direct you, but they don't really know the right direction, but they will just tell you something because they don't want to look like a novice who doesn't know the road. And that's the way some people are on the social media space. If you belong to some social media groups and you see people asking questions randomly, and people are answering randomly, and they will think, oh, if somebody in that group answer my question, they know what they are doing. But it's not everybody that knows what they are doing or what they are saying. But ChatGPT is now telling you, as an investor, you can use AI to analyze your stock, compare companies, understand annual reports, monitor dividend, build investment plans. Okay, let me give you an example. So, for example, let's say you want to invest in Dangote Cement or Jitco, or maybe which other one is there, Okomu, or anyone, and they have released their annual report, their financial report for the year. It's probably always about 40 or 50 pages long. One, most people don't have the time to go and read 40 or 50 pages to know how the company has performed. The only thing people are looking for is how much profit did they make? How much dividend are they going to pay us? But if you want to go a step further, to go from being a beginner investor to an intermediate investor, or to what I will call smart investor, or what other people will call intelligent investor. If you want to go to that next stage, then what you can do is the annual report of a company. It's always in a PDF format. Upload that upload that PDF document, drop it into ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to review that report and summarize it for you in about maybe 4 or 5 pages. Ask it to bring out the main points that are relevant to you as an investor. And ChatGPT should remember you are just a beginner or intermediate investor. So ChatGPT should review it and summarize it for you in about 3 to 4 pages or 5 pages in a way that you can understand it. These are things you can use ChatGPT for. But I'm sure 90% of the people that are investors, especially people that have stock portfolio value below 1 million naira, they hardly ever read any financial report of any company. They just invest randomly. But you can use ChatGPT to do these things. Okay, let's move on. How Nigerian investors can use ChatGPT. This is where many investors are only scratching the surface. ChatGPT can become a personal investment research assistant, dividend analysis assistant, portfolio review assistant, retirement planning assistant, wealth building coach. This is ChatGPT telling me what it can be used for. And for you to also know that you can use ChatGPT in this way. Okay, like I said at the beginning, you have to know the way to ask ChatGPT questions. And when you ask ChatGPT question, it is called prompt. You send a prompt. So again, sometimes this is another reason why you need to learn the language of investors. Because when you hear somebody saying, "Oh, you need to send a prompt to ChatGPT for it to respond," many people will be wondering what is a prompt. Prompt is just an investment jargon. It simply means send it a request, ask it a question, but technically they call it prompt. Now, I've also written a book which I called 300 investment terms that an investor should know about. The link to that book is on the Telegram group. And for now, I mean, for the past 1 week or so, up to the end of this month, I've said anybody who wants that book can have it for free. And the link is there and it's going to be there. But by end of this month, I'm going to reverse it and it will go back to its normal price. So if you want it, get it for free. There are 300 investment terms that you can actually learn. You can get that book for free. It's there. Okay, so this is the way you ask ChatGPT questions. To find good stocks, ask. That means ask ChatGPT. Type into your ChatGPT account. List 20 fundamentally strong stocks on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Rank them by profitability, dividend history, growth potential, and management quality. This kind of question, if you ask the average person that you meet on a social media platform, if you ask them this kind of question, about 50% probably won't be able to answer you, give you the right answer. And maybe about another 30% will just give you their own assumptions, not based on any they are not using any standard metrics. They are not using any technical analysis or what's the other one? Fundamental analysis. They haven't done any analysis, but they will just give you ideas from their own assumption. And you will think, oh yeah, they know what they are talking about, but they don't know. But if you ask ChatGPT, you have to see ChatGPT as a consultant, as a professional. But we're all lucky we are not paying for this premium service which ChatGPT is providing for us. But let me put this into context for you. There is a free part of ChatGPT that you can use, and everything I'm talking about here now is all free. All you need to do is just register with ChatGPT, and you can start asking it questions. You can ask it to do anything for you. But if you want to use ChatGPT to do things that are more advanced, then you may have to pay a monthly subscription. For many, many, many years that I've been using ChatGPT, I've always used the free part, the free part, yes. But in the last few months, I realized I want to start automating my system. And that's what ChatGPT is good for. Things that you have to do repeatedly. You can use ChatGPT to automate the system, and ChatGPT will do it, and deliver it. So you don't have to keep doing it by yourself. So if you want to use more advanced part of ChatGPT, there is a subscription, a monthly subscription. But for a lot of beginner investors and intermediate investors, you can use ChatGPT for free. You don't need to pay for the advanced part. Okay, so another question you can ask ChatGPT. If you want to ask it question about dividend stocks, you can ask, and this is the prompt you send to ChatGPT. Which NGX stocks have paid dividend consistently for at least 10 years? Rank them by dividend reliability. Most of you will know. I've always said, for me, dividend is very, very important. Why are you an investor? Why are you in business if you are not investing in a stock that gives you money every year, regularly every year? Some people will invest in a stock and they will say, oh, well, the price will go up, it will appreciate in value, and that's what I'm looking for, even if it doesn't give a dividend, as long as the value can appreciate, and then in future I can sell it. And I tell them, you are not an investor. You are a trader. You are a speculator. You are a gambler. Because a real investor doesn't invest to think that when the price appreciates in the next 1 or 2 or 3 years, then I will sell that stock and cash out. Investors don't cash out. They rely on dividend because if you invest in the right stocks, it will give you dividend every year consistently. And if it is a good stock, the dividend will be increasing every year. If you look at the way Jitco started, what they were paying 10 years ago is different from what they were paying 9 years ago. Is different from what they are paying 5 years ago. What they paid 2 years ago is different from what they paid last year. The dividend has been increasing because it is a good stock. So what you need to do is to invest in good stock. And I always tell people, you don't need too many. If your stock portfolio is less than 1 million naira, how many stocks do you need? Can somebody help me? I mean, I've talked about this several times, especially people that are on the Telegram platform. If your stock portfolio is below 1 million naira, how many stocks do you need? Can anyone help me? How many?
3 to 5
Sorry?
maximum.
5
3 to 5
maximum.
maximum.
Yes, maximum of 5. If your stock portfolio is below 1 million naira, you only need maximum of 5. Because if your stock portfolio is 400,000 naira and you already have about 12 stocks, there is a very likelihood that you will be carrying a lot of stocks. You will have some stocks in your portfolio that doesn't pay you dividend. You will have some stocks in your portfolio that pays you dividend of 10 kobo per share, 15 kobo per share, 30 kobo per share. As an investor, why do you want to have stocks that pay you 50 kobo per share, 13 kobo per share, even 90 kobo per share? Because you are carrying too much stocks. So you only need few quality stocks. Your portfolio is below 1 million naira, maximum of 5. If your stock portfolio, if it is between 1 million naira and 10 million naira, you only need maximum of 10. Maximum of 10. Because some people will be thinking, oh, if your stock portfolio is 7 million naira, then you can have 20 stocks. It's still the same thing that will happen. If your stock portfolio is 7 million naira and you have 20 stocks, a lot of stocks you are carrying will probably be the ones that don't pay you dividend, or they are paying you peanuts, 70 kobo per share as dividend. So few quality stocks. Okay. And ChatGPT can help you to find those kind of stocks. Don't rely on your neighbor or somebody you met randomly on social media, or because everybody is talking about a particular stock. Oh, that stock is good. It's been around for 15 years. It's a big company. They have a big complex in Lekki or Aja. They have a beautiful office in Abuja. That's none of your business what kind of office they have. Whether their chairman or MD is driving whatever car, that's not, it doesn't, is not of benefit to you. What you want to know is, and these are the things you can ask ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT to recommend or to give you a list of 10 stocks that has paid dividend every year over the last 15 years. And there are stocks like that. Every year consistently, they have paid dividend for 15 years. In Nigeria, there are stocks that have paid dividend consistently over 20 years. So if you are asking the ordinary person, they don't know. And they won't do any research to tell you the right answer. They will just tell you offhand, oh, that stock has been around for many years, so it should have been paying dividend. No, that's not the way. You do it in a bit of a more refined way. ChatGPT, remember, ChatGPT is your professional consultant, but you are not paying money. You are not paying money. It's a professional consultant. And the very surprising thing is that ChatGPT is a tool that is a specialist in every field. If you are a doctor and you begin to talk to ChatGPT, you will be surprised how much ChatGPT knows. If you are into real estate and you begin to talk to ChatGPT about your real estate business, you will be surprised. Excuse me. You will be surprised how much ChatGPT knows. If you want to set up a shop and sell, I don't know, whatever, you want to set up a boutique or a barber shop or hairdressing salon, or you want to go into electronic business, ChatGPT can give you all the information you need. Let me tell you something funny. I think last year, I put into ChatGPT, I said, I'm going to be 60 very soon, and I want to do a party, and I want to hire a limousine and take my friends out. So give me an analysis, how much it will cost me to hire limousine. Where can I even hire limousine in Ibadan? How much does it cost? What are the things I need to know? ChatGPT gave me a breakdown of everything. It knows everything, even up to things that are happening in Ibadan or Lagos or Abuja or Kaduna. And if you begin to talk to ChatGPT about UK, it knows everything about UK. If you live in US, it knows everything. Ask ChatGPT to tell you which business can you do if you live in India. It will tell you. It's just one tool that I don't know how to describe it. It knows everything and it can talk to you in a professional way. So when you are talking to ChatGPT, you have to give it the right context of what you want, because it takes time for ChatGPT to know you. Sometimes when I'm talking to ChatGPT and it answers me, it reminds me, oh, for somebody of your age, and it will tell me my age, because all these questions, we've gone through it in the past. So ChatGPT knows I live in UK, it knows my age, it knows my vision, what I'm trying to achieve, the kind of stocks I'm trying to build, other kind of investments I'm putting into my portfolio. It knows everything. So when I ask ChatGPT question, it answers me based on what it knows about me and what will be best for somebody of my age, somebody who lives in UK, somebody whose vision is, planning for retirement, it answers me professionally along all those lines. So when you are talking to ChatGPT, you need to give it your own background. And if you, let me show you something again. If you see the way I asked ChatGPT at the beginning of this question, when I started chatting with ChatGPT, if you look at the way I put that question, because if I didn't specify that I want to create this to help my subscribers, people that are following me, people that are mentoring, if I didn't ask ChatGPT, it will answer me based on what it knows about me. And that's why, let me see again. Okay, right. So look at the question. I said, I have a lot of Nigerian subscribers on my Telegram platform who are beginner or intermediate stock investors. Some of them live in Nigeria, while some of them also live in diaspora. So ChatGPT gave me this answer, knowing that I'm going to present this to people that are beginner investor or intermediate. If I have said my subscribers are experienced investors, it's a different way it's going to give me the answer. So you need to put into context. When you are chatting with ChatGPT, you have to give it information about yourself. And it remembers. Anything you tell it now, it remembers. In future, when you are chatting with it, it will tell you, okay, based on things we have talked previously, I think this is the way you should go. This is what you should do. And that's quite very good. Okay, let's move on. Right. Right. Okay. So there are about, I think, almost about 10 prompts there. I will just talk about one or two more. Okay. If you look at this example, prompt number 7, if you want to invest in stocks that are dividend king. What is dividend king? Dividend king means stocks that have paid dividend consistently for at least 20 to 25 years. There are stocks like that in Nigeria. So if you want to invest in stocks that have paid dividend for 20 to 25 years, the kind of question you should ask ChatGPT, the way you should frame it is what you have in this example prompt number 7. Identify NGX companies that have increased or maintained dividend payment consistently for many years. Explain why they qualify as dividend king. So what you ask ChatGPT is what it will give you. And look at the way ChatGPT also phrased the question for you. Identify NGX companies. That means you have to tell ChatGPT the stock you want to buy is a Nigerian stock. Because if you just tell ChatGPT, identify companies that have increased or maintained dividend, it can tell you about stocks, about US stocks. It can tell you about UK stocks. It can start telling you about stocks in India. So you have to be specified about what you want. Identify NGX stocks, NGX companies that have increased or maintained dividend payments consistently. The word consistently is also very paramount, is key. For many years, explain why they qualify as dividend king. So it's not going to just tell you these stocks, they are dividend king. They have paid dividend for 20 to 25 years. It is going to tell you why that is the case. Maybe they have a dollar income in their products. Maybe they have branches outside Nigeria. Maybe they have a good management setup. Maybe they have been using, what's it called? Maybe they have been using technology to run their business smoothly for many years. Maybe they have invested in technology. It is not every company that invests in technology. Some companies, they just put few staff together and they are trying to survive. But some companies, they invest in technology. They make everything very easy for themselves. Okay, so just one last prompt we look and then we move to other things. So for example prompt 8, if you want to ask about stock valuation, again, in this area, many people just use their own random assumption. But the kind of question you should ask ChatGPT, is JITCO currently undervalued, fairly valued, or overvalued? If you ask people that question randomly on a social media platform, everybody will have their own opinion. Some people will tell you, oh, it is undervalued. Some people will say it is overvalued. Some people will tell you it is fairly valued. How do you now know who is giving you the right answer? So for you to know the right answer, when you ask ChatGPT, it will tell you exactly whether it is overvalued or undervalued or whatever. Use earnings, dividend, dividend yield, book value, and historical valuation metrics. So these are the metrics that ChatGPT will use to determine whether JITCO is fairly valued, overvalued, or undervalued. I have also talked about these standard metrics many times. You want to buy a stock, you need to apply standard metrics. And there are so many of these standard metrics, but you don't need to know all of them. You just have to learn some of them and then decide which ones are the most important to you. Some of the standard metrics you need to apply will be, okay, one, what is the price of this stock over a period of time? What is the return on investment? If this stock was, let's say it was 50 Naira 5 years ago. So over the last 5 years, how has it grown? What is the return on investment? If it was 50 Naira 5 years ago, now, is it 70 Naira? Is it 80 Naira? Is it 100 Naira? That's one of the metrics you use. The dividend yield. Again, dividend yield tells you about what is the value you are getting per Naira for every share you buy. So if you buy a stock for, let's say you buy it for 500 Naira, what are you getting in return for every 1 Naira you invest in that company? You don't get the same return from every company. If you buy 2 stocks and each of them cost you 500 Naira each, you are not going to get the same dividend from both of them. The dividend will be different because one company might have a dividend yield of 14%, and another one might have a dividend yield of 10%, and another one might have a dividend yield of maybe 3%. From my own experience, going by the stocks that I have, the stock with the highest dividend in my portfolio is NIDF, and the dividend yield is somewhere between 13% and 14%. And that's the highest in my own portfolio. I don't know. There may be other companies that pay about the same rate or more, but 14% is very high. There are not many stocks in Nigeria paying 14%. Not many. I'm not saying there is none, but there are not many. Apart from NIDF, that is paying 14% dividend yield, the closest to rate in my portfolio is JITCO. JITCO is paying around dividend yield of around 10%, 9%, 10%, 9%, 10%. That's the dividend yield of a JITCO. And the next closest to JITCO is paying about 6%. So again, for you to know all these things is A lot of people will find it difficult to be able to do all this research, but you can ask ChatGPT to do it for you, to simplify it. In fact, you don't even need to do the research or anything. Put the right question into ChatGPT. ChatGPT will do the necessary thing and present it to you. So let me read that question again. Is JITCO currently undervalued? I think somebody have background noise. I think that's Emmanuel. Emmanuel, could you please mute yourself? Emmanuel.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm
Could you
listening to you,
please
sir.
mute yourself?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let's continue, sir, please.
Okay. So let me read that question to you again. Is JITCO currently undervalued, fairly valued, or overvalued? Use earnings, dividend yield, book value, and historical valuation metrics. Most of you, if you are going to ask ChatGPT to do this thing, you wouldn't know what metrics you will ask it to use. And you can apply the same question to any other stock in your portfolio. Is Dangote Cement currently undervalued, fairly valued, or overvalued? That question, you can apply it to any other stock. Is Okomu currently undervalued, fairly valued, or overvalued? But if you are going to ask ChatGPT this question by yourself, that's where you will limit your question. You wouldn't know what metrics you will ask it to use. But this is the advantage of if you have been interacting with ChatGPT and you are asking it the right question, it can also guide you how you can frame your question so that it can give you better response. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so beyond stocks, a smart investor should not put all money in one place. Again, this is ChatGPT telling you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Your investment should be split into stocks, bonds, money market fund, fixed deposit, private pension, real estate, rates, global ETFs. Well, the truth has to be said. You cannot invest in all these things. All you have to do is select about 3 or 4 that you think interest you the most. You cannot put money in stocks, in bond, money market fund, fixed deposit, private pension. You can't do everything. In fact, if you spread your money across all these things that are suggested, you're not going to make good returns. Because if you put only 500,000 naira in stocks and you put another you put another 500,000 naira in bonds, another 300,000 naira in money market, 200,000 in fixed deposit, and you now spread your money, the returns you are going to get is not going to be good compared to if you select 2 or 3 or 4. And again, I will always say, maybe you should start with stocks because that is where you make the most money. If you invest your money in stocks, that's where you make the most money. And then you can branch out, put some money into money market fund, which is very, very popular. And your money is safe. As an investor, your first priority as an investor, can anyone tell me what is your first priority as an investor? Before you even talk about getting dividend, making profit, what is your first priority as an investor or as a business person? Can anyone tell me? You can unmute yourself. What is your first priority?
You must do the due diligence to search which stocks or whatever is best and doing well.
Okay. Well, that's a good idea, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. Can anyone help? Okay, in order for us not to waste time, let me just tell you, as an investor or a business person, your biggest priority should be protection of your capital. You don't want to lose your capital. Even if you don't make profits, you don't want to lose your capital. So anywhere you are putting your money, you want to be sure that to a reasonable extent, your money is safe. Some people will tell you the higher the profit, the higher the risk. So it's now up to you. What level of risk are you willing to take? Some people are willing to take a high risk if the return is very good. Fine, that's up to them. Some people don't have that kind of nerves. Some people, they will take medium risk. Some people will say, no, I want somewhere that my money is absolutely safe. I just want a place where my money is absolutely safe. So it's up to you to decide the level of risk you want to take and the
Please,
type of returns
Leye,
yes, ma'am.
please, can't you mute Mr. Emmanuel by yourself, please? Because it's
Okay,
really
let me
making
see.
noise. Thank
Let
you.
me see. Yes.
No, I'm not the one. No, I'm not the one. I'm not the
No,
one.
sorry. I think I clicked
I'm
the
not the
wrong
one.
one. Okay. I've muted Emmanuel. Yes, I think I've muted Emmanuel. Samuel, can you still hear me? I hope I haven't muted you.
No, sir, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Emmanuel
Okay.
has been a lot. Ah,
What did you say?
I said Emmanuel has been making so much noise. I don't know if he knows how
Yes.
to like.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as I was saying, you have to decide what you want to put your money into. Just select about 2 or 3, maximum maybe about 4. Stocks, bond, mutual fund, maybe fixed deposit, or maybe stocks, bonds, and private pension. Just select a few. Don't put your money into everything, because if you put your money into everything, then you are not going to get good return. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, just a quick question around this one. What is the difference between stock portfolio and investment portfolio? Can anyone help me? What is the difference between stock portfolio and investment portfolio? Okay, just a minute. Samuel is raising up his hand. Okay, ask your question, Samuel.
And so, sir, it's not really a question. I wanted to answer the question you gave, and also moving forward, sir, I think we should be more orderly. That if we want to answer, we should raise our hands so that there's no
Okay.
random and the
Okay.
peace of the room.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
But
So
the answer to the question is a portfolio is a combination of all your assets. If it is stock, it is a combination of all the sectors that you have. But um, that's a portfolio. But what's the second one?
investment portfolio.
An investment portfolio goes into all the classes of investments.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct. So your stock portfolio is about all the stocks you have across all the sectors. Whether your stocks are in agriculture, telecommunication, banking, finance, oil and gas, that is your stock portfolio. But your investment portfolio will include your stock portfolio plus your money market assets, your treasury bill, your federal government savings bond, your mutual fund. It will also include other classes of assets like fixed deposit, the likes of piggy vest, ladder, OPay, and some other ones. It will also include real estate, whether you have a land or you have a property where you are collecting rent. So your investment portfolio is actually the bigger picture. And I always tell people, you have to focus on the bigger picture. Don't just put all your concentration on your stock portfolio alone. If you have 3 classes of assets in your portfolio, in your investment portfolio, let's say you have stocks, what about maybe about 10 million naira, and now you have a federal government savings bond, maybe about 1 million naira, and now you also have maybe you have a mutual fund, about 500,000 naira. There is a big difference between the classes of assets in your portfolio. You have stocks, about 10 million naira. You have federal government savings bond, about 1 million naira. And you have money market fund, about 500,000. The ideal thing is to bring the other ones up as well. So if you have built up to 10 million naira in your stock portfolio for any reason, then maybe you should start putting more money into federal government savings bond or into your money market fund, or maybe even buy a couple of land so that your money is not just in stocks alone. We have had that in the past. The stock market has crashed. We are hoping it's not going to happen any soon. But don't put all your money in stocks alone. Diversify your portfolio. Some in stocks, some in federal government savings bond, some in a money market fund. I will always strongly suggest you put some money into land as well. Buy land. And can anyone tell me the difference between land as an asset and stock as an asset, or your federal government savings bond or mutual fund or your stocks? What is the difference between those classes of assets and buying land? What is the difference? Can anyone give me a quick idea? Samuel, go ahead. You are raising your hand.
Every other one except real estate land is a paper asset. They are not physical, but land is more physical. It's tangible. It's handy. You can
Very,
always.
very correct. Very, very correct. That is the key word I am looking for. All the other assets, they are paper assets. But land is a physical asset. So again, you need to learn this difference. You must put some money into physical assets. Don't just put all your money into paper assets. It's good to have money in stocks and shares, in a federal government savings bond, in a money market. It's good to put money into high interest and savings account, but you need some physical assets, something you can see, something you can touch. And there is no doubt, if you invest in land, land do appreciate. Land do appreciate. So put some money into it. Oh, you are raising your hand, my sister. Can you go ahead with your question?
I have to mute on my. Yeah, you just asked a question about. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you were asking the question about the difference between land and stock investment, but I didn't hear it properly.
Okay. Yes, I asked a question and I said, what is the difference between investing in land and investing in stocks and shares, or investing in federal government savings bond or mutual fund? And a lady answered, sorry, I can't remember your name. A lady answered, and she said the difference is that most of the other classes of assets, and I mean stocks, federal government savings bond, mutual fund, money market, they are paper assets. You cannot feel them. You cannot see them. You only know that they exist based on what you see online. You're moving them around, but you can't feel them. You can't see them. But your investment in land is physical. So land is a physical asset. Land is a physical asset. But investment in stocks and shares is a paper asset. Investment in federal government savings bond is a paper asset. Investment in a money market fund is a paper asset. So please diversify your investment portfolio. Okay, let's move on. I think we have about 45 minutes left because, like I said, I have another meeting at 7. Okay, can ChatGPT teach investing? Yes, but with an important limitation. ChatGPT can explain investing, analyze companies, explain financial statements, explain dividend, explain valuation. However, it cannot guarantee future returns. It cannot predict stock prices with certainty. It should not be treated as a licensed financial advisor. So ChatGPT can do a lot, but that doesn't mean you yourself, you should just fold your hands and you should not verify or do anything. But the things that ChatGPT can do, make the best use of it. From now on, start interacting with ChatGPT. And everything you are telling ChatGPT, it remembers. And tell ChatGPT the way you want to go. Don't see it as a toy, something you just play with. No, tell it your goal, your vision. I don't know if some of you have seen the things I put on my Telegram group. Let me see if I can actually show you one or two things in the Telegram group. Oh,
Yes, your
let me
mic
see.
and you're making some noise, sir. Mr.
I
God
don't know.
first, your mic is
Who
open.
is making the noise?
God first.
Okay. I will give him the chance now. If the noise continues, then I will mute him. Right. Let me see if I can get this information on the Telegram group. Can you see my Telegram page? Is it showing or not?
It's not showing. It's not
It's not
showing.
showing yet.
Okay. Let me try again, and then I'll see. Okay, can you see the Telegram group now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to show you something. You see this book? ChatGPT assisted me in writing it. It was much easier using ChatGPT to write this book. And I'm working on another one now. A guide for how do you call it? A guide for beginner investor. The basic information a beginner investor should know. Things like registering with a stockbroker, registering with a CSCS, registering with the registrar. Things like making sure you have all the proper documentation, identity document, your BVN, your NIN, maybe a voter's card or something. Just all the right identity documents. As a beginner, you must have all those things in place if you want to have a smooth journey in your investment career. Okay, right. I did this before, and I put the prompt out, and I think somebody else also copied it and showed me that she can do the same, which is good. But let me show you mine. Something that ChatGPT did for me. You have to put the right prompt, and ChatGPT will do it for you. Sorry, I'll just go back a few more and hopefully I should get there. Okay, so this, I use ChatGPT to do this. But ChatGPT is able to put all this information based on what it knows about me. It was able to put this information. Okay. Okay, but there's another one I want to show you. I think the prompt I used to do that sketch is in the Telegram group. If anyone wants it, just copy it, and then ChatGPT will present something for you based on what it knows about you, what you've been telling it you want to do, what your goal is. Aha, this is the one I'm looking for. Again, I use ChatGPT to design this. And this is what I've been telling ChatGPT. I want a business organization and I want to create agents or robots that will work for me. And then the chain of command. So this is how I'm building my structure, me as the CEO. And then Harry is the next in command. And there are 4 other agents. And I'm already building this. Right now, I've created an automation system for my Telegram group. And now I can ask Ari to send a prompt to ChatGPT for ChatGPT to write like a daily brief about things happening in the stock market, to give some advice, to do different things. So Ari will send the prompt to ChatGPT. ChatGPT will write it, and then my Telegram bot, which I've also created separately, will collect that information and post it into the Telegram group. So, which means even if I don't post anything, the automation I have set up will always post into my Telegram group. So I'll give you an example of some of the things which my automated system has already posted. Okay, you see this, right? This one, where is it? No. Okay, this is where I explain what I'm doing. Maybe when you have time, you can go and read again. This platform is undergoing a facelift, so watch out. Some of the facelift has already started, and some of them are in the pipeline. There will be a daily brief, educational post released on this platform every day, which will include, I've listed all the things that will be included. The purpose of the daily brief is to allow you to learn new information in a chunky bite. You can read the daily brief within 5 minutes and learn new information about the capital market or money market. So this number one item that I talked about here is already happening. So if you look at this, get smart with your money, quote of the day, NGX sector spotlight, oil and gas. This one is about oil and gas. Tomorrow, it may talk about telecommunication. The next day, it may talk about agriculture. So this post was done through my automation system. I didn't have to write this. I don't even have to do this research. It's just ChatGPT talking to my agent and my agent talking to my Telegram bot, the Telegram robots that I created. Everyone is talking to each other and they are doing what they need to do. And they post directly on my Telegram group. And I'm going to extend it further. I'm going to ask this I'm going to ask ChatGPT to send a copy of this post to my Facebook, and everything will be done without me getting involved. So even if I go to sleep, this thing will still be posted into my Telegram group and into my Facebook group. So that tells you the power of AI and what ChatGPT can do. So this one was posted probably yesterday or so. Another one was posted today. The same, yeah, you see this one again? This one was also posted without me doing anything. The research was done by ChatGPT and it posted it. So that's just to tell you what ChatGPT can do. But let's go back to where we were. Okay, so are you seeing the meeting agenda now? Or are you still seeing my Telegram group?
Meeting agenda is out now.
Okay, you are seeing the meeting agenda now. Okay, good. No, actually, it's not the meeting agenda you should be seeing. You should go back to ChatGPT. Okay, yes. Okay, so in brief, like I said, you need to go beyond stock and how you split your investment portfolio. This is something you can put some money into. A bit of stock, a bit of bond, a bit of money market fund, maybe a bit of real estate. You have to decide because it works differently for everybody. All of us cannot do exactly the same thing. We are just sharing ideas and then everybody will decide where you fit in or what you want to do for yourself. And we have talked about, can ChatGPT teach investing? It can teach investing. In fact, you can use ChatGPT to teach yourself. Before I automated ChatGPT to be posting directly into my Telegram group, I started by asking ChatGPT to generate that information and share it with me on my ChatGPT account. And it was generating that information for me every day on daily basis. And then I thought, instead of me, if it is generating it for me and it is showing it to me in my ChatGPT account, I have to then copy it and go and paste it into my Telegram group. But I don't have to do that. And that's when I step up a little bit. I want to use a higher level of automation. And then I have to connect different tools to talk to each other and then post it directly. So you can use ChatGPT to teach yourself. Ask ChatGPT which stocks you should buy. Which stock pays dividend consistently over the last 30 years? Which stock pays dividend 3 or 4 times in a year? Which stock have dollar income in their products? Okay, maybe another opportunity for a quick question. Can anyone tell me which stock pays dividend 4 times in a year? Which stock pays dividend 4 times in a year? Does anybody know?
Seplat.
Seplat, good. Okay, any other one?
NIDS.
NIDS.
Good.
Three
Which stock
times.
pays dividend 3 times?
NIDF.
NIDF. Okay. How many times does Okomu pay dividend?
That I don't know because I don't have it.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Okomu pays 3 times. Okomu pays 3 times. NIDF pay 4 times. Seplat pays 4 times. Gitco pays 2 times. Stanbic pays 2 times. So if some of these stocks pay 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, how many people here have stocks that pay them 3 times or 4 times? Or are you putting all your money in stocks that pay you only 1 time in a year? Or maybe you might say, oh yes, I have some stocks that pay me twice in a year. Those are basic. That's for beginner investors who doesn't know, much. If all the stocks you have now are paying you either 1 time or 2 times in a year, you are still at the very, very foundation level. If you want to move to the next level, you want to become an intermediate investor, then you should be investing in stocks that pay you 3 times or 4 times. You should be investing in stocks that have dollar income. Dollar-based income in their products. What is the advantage of having stocks that have dollar income? The advantage is that regardless of whatever happens in Nigeria, these companies, they will still make profit. Because if they are earning in dollars, it means they are not relying on Nigeria economy alone. They are not relying on Nigeria economy alone. There are times there will be disruption in Nigeria. People will riot, and the businesses may not be able to operate for a couple of days. But these companies that have dollar income, they are still making money abroad, whether they make money in Nigeria or not. So why do you want to rely on companies that only make all their money in Nigeria? Can anyone give me an example of a company that is making, that have a dollar income? Anyone? Company that have a dollar income?
Seplat, sir.
Seplat, good. Anybody? Another one?
Dangote Cement.
Yes, another one. Jitco. Jitco is another one. Jitco is listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, on the London Stock Exchange. Dangote is selling cement and is making money even outside Nigeria. Seplat, into oil and gas, they are making money. Okomu, they are selling internationally and they are making money. So people should know these things. If you don't do research, you're just going to be a beginner investor for a long time. And this is why I said, give Mr. A 1 million naira and Mr. B 1 million naira. Their level of not intelligence, their knowledge, yes, their knowledge of the investment market, of the stock market, will determine how much returns they will get on their money. I've said it in the past. Somebody have a portfolio of a 50 million naira, and she's getting a dividend of about 2.5 million, 3.5 million in 1 year. It means the level of knowledge that that person have is extremely very limited. Because if you have a portfolio of 50 million naira, stock portfolio, 50 million naira, there is no way your dividend in any year, even at 10%, 50 million, your dividend shouldn't be less than 5 million. So, well, okay, maybe even if you don't make up to 5 million, at least you should be making 4 million. So the way you invest your money will determine what you are going to get back. Samuel, you are raising your hand. Go ahead. Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Another one is Airtel. Airtel Africa.
Yes. That's fine. Yes. I know Airtel Africa makes money across Africa as well. Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. Okay, so I hope everyone is going to start using ChatGPT now. It takes time. Don't worry, it might look confusing, it might look a bit technical, but you have to start just the way people embrace Google. You have to start embracing ChatGPT now. Go and start asking ChatGPT some simple question. Ask it simple question. Upload your stocks, upload it into ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to help you analyze or review your stocks. Are they good stocks that you can hold for the next 10 to 15 years? Do you need to sell some of them? If you sell some of them, which stock should you use to replace them? Tell ChatGPT your age, when you intend to retire. How do you prepare for your retirement? These are the things ChatGPT can tell you. If you go to a private consultant, they will charge you money. They will charge you money. But you can use ChatGPT to do all these things. Tell ChatGPT your age, where you live, your line of business or the job you do, when you plan to retire. How much do you even want to earn in retirement? ChatGPT will analyze everything for you. So let's assume you want to earn 1 million naira a month in retirement. ChatGPT will tell you the level of investment you need to do now so that when you reach your retirement age, then you can earn the kind of money you want. But if you are just asking somebody randomly on the social media, they will give you wrong information. They will give you wrong information. And any company or any organization you want to interact with, ChatGPT knows the address, the physical address, the email address, the mobile phone number of every organization. ChatGPT will tell you. ChatGPT will tell you all these things. I had an encounter with DataMax. DataMax is the registrar for Seplat, for JITCO, and for NGX group. I bought some Seplat stocks, and I asked DataMax to update my record. Remember, DataMax is the registrar for Seplat. And I asked DataMax to update my record of the Seplat stock that I bought. And they didn't do it properly. And I told them, look, this thing has not been done properly. They asked me to send some documents to them. I sent it the first time, the second time, the fourth time. I sent it 4 different times over a period of 3 months. And everything is documented because I sent it by email, and even additional email correspondence I sent to them to remind them they've not done what they need to do. And for 3 months, they were just messing me up. So after 3 months, I got fed up. I went to ChatGPT. ChatGPT, this is what is happening. What should I do? ChatGPT said, oh, well, these people, they have failed in their responsibility. They hold me a duty as an investor, as a customer. They owe me a duty. So what do I want to do? I should report them to Security Exchange Commission, send a complaint letter. I have never written a complaint letter against any company. ChatGPT drafted the letter and he did it in a professional way. So I just adopted the letter, attached the relevant documents to it, and I sent it to Security Exchange Commission. And I sent a copy to DataMax and a copy to Seplat because it is a Seplat store. So I sent it to those 3 people. The thing that DataMax has refused to do over a period of 3 months, the moment they received that letter, within 12 hours, they did everything. They put everything right, and they sent me an apology letter. They did not even wait for SEC to intervene. The moment they see that letter of complaint, and they can see that I've sent a copy to Security Exchange Commission, and they can see the way the letter is drafted professionally, they know, oh, this guy, he knows what he's talking about. He knows where he's going. If not because of ChatGPT, I could have drafted that letter myself, but it would be very watery. I wouldn't know the right technical terms to use. I wouldn't know that I should send to SEC, copy Seplat, copy DataMax. So ChatGPT is your professional advice that you don't have to pay. Use it and use it well. There are many, many things you can use ChatGPT for. Some people will ask me, oh, I have this stock. I don't know who is the registrar. Go and ask ChatGPT. It will tell you the registrar of all your stocks, and it will tell you the email address of the registrar, their physical address, their mobile phone number. So why are you not using ChatGPT? Why are you not using ChatGPT? Another simple automation that I have also set up is that I asked ChatGPT to look into my calendar. My calendar, my Google Calendar, twice in a year. Twice in a month, beginning of the month and on the 15th of the month. Every important information in my calendar, ChatGPT should summarize it and send it to me as an email so that I can see it as a summary of events that are outstanding on my calendar. Another automation I'm working on currently is every time I schedule a meeting, I want ChatGPT to talk to some other tools, and they will check my Zoom account. If there is any meeting I have scheduled 3 days before the meeting happens, they will send a reminder to my Telegram group, to my Facebook, to my Instagram. They will do it automatically. I don't have to remember. My own part is to set up the meeting. Once the meeting is set up, every day, ChatGPT and the other tools, they talk to each other. They check my Zoom account. Is there any meeting that is going to happen within the next 3 days? Every day up to when that meeting happens, they will send out a reminder to my social media platforms. I don't have to worry myself. So why are you not using ChatGPT? It takes time to learn all these things, and it may look very technical. And yes, to some extent, it's technical, but you have to get started. Once you get started and you can improve on the knowledge, then, the rest is going to be easy. And even beyond investing in stocks and mutual fund, again, you can ask ChatGPT to show you how to set up e-commerce store. When you set up an e-commerce store, I know many of you will be familiar with Seller. Seller is an e-commerce store. Like there's this other popular one, I've forgotten the name. Can anyone remind me? There's another popular e-commerce store, but the one I'm using is called Seller. It's a very popular one in Nigeria. Once you set up your, sorry?
Paystack.
Paystack, or what did you say?
Yes, Paystack.
Paystack. Okay, maybe Paystack, but there is another one. I've forgotten the name. Paystack may be another one, but there is another e-commerce store which is very popular. I've forgotten their name, but it's not a Nigerian one, but it's also popular. But the point I'm trying to make is when you set up an e-commerce store, and it's very simple. In fact, it's not like you are setting up anything. You just register with the e-commerce store. So I registered with Seller. And once I've done my registration with Seller, there are two options. You can register and do a free, You can do free transactions there. Sorry, not free transactions. You can register without paying monthly subscription. And you can register and upgrade and pay monthly subscription to the store. Whether you sell anything or not, you pay them every month because it's like you are renting a shop. But this shop, they also have another version. Yes, you rent a shop, but you don't have to pay any money. But when you sell, then they take a small commission. Now, when you register with these e-commerce shops, what you can do is talk to ChatGPT to help you write books. And those books, you put them into your e-commerce store. When you are sleeping, somebody is buying your e-book. Whether you are in Nigeria or you go on holiday to Ghana, or you live in Lagos, but you decide to go on a 1 week holiday to Port Harcourt, somebody somewhere in the world is buying something in your e-commerce store. And that is the power of a digitization. You want to sell digital products that you don't have to ship to any company. Gone are the days when you are selling books and somebody wants to buy your book and you now have to put it in an envelope. You go to the post office, you put a stamp, you send it. No, you want to sell digital products. You write your books, you put it on your digital platform. People want to buy, they click, they pay you, they download. You have a mentorship program. You put it there. Anybody, you only share the link. Anybody who is interested in your mentorship program, they go there, they click it. Okay, how much are you charging? So amount. For what period? They see it. They read all the description and the introduction. If they're happy, they buy the mentorship program. And then you receive email. Okay, somebody has paid for your mentorship program. It's going to be 3 months. This is how much they have paid. So don't just rely on stocks alone. And there are things you can do that will generate money for you without you having to do the work every day. When you rely on salary alone, you are burning your time. Okay, you wake up, like Pastor Ashimolowo will say, you wake up, you eat breakfast, you get on the road, you commute to work, maybe 1 or 2 hours, you get there, you work 7 p.m., you commute again, you go through the traffic, you get home, you eat, you sleep. The following morning, you wake up again, you go through the traffic, you go to work, you work for 8 hours. When you close, you go through the traffic, you go back home, you eat, you sleep. No money is coming from anywhere. What if you fall sick? Where is the money going to come from? So you need something that will generate money for you without you having to do any additional work. But for that thing to generate money, you have to do the groundwork. You have to do the groundwork. You have to prepare everything and put them in place. Maybe in the next 5 minutes, let me just show you something else I'm working on. Can you see this? What is on the screen? Can you see this? Can anyone tell me what you see?
Nothing yet, sir, on the platform.
No, I'm sharing my screen. What can you see? What can you see on my screen? Are you still
12-month
seeing the
learning
platform?
plan for beginners investors.
Exactly. Yes, that's what I want you to see. A 12-month learning path for beginner investors. So these are the things that will be in that learning path. So month 1, savings, budgeting, emergency. Month 2, inflation, compound interest. So this is like a learning program that I'm trying to build. So maybe in the next few weeks or in the next few months, whenever this is completed, I'm going to put it as a learning class. And then people who want to learn, they can learn from it. I'm going to create it in a way that it will be like a school, but it's going to be digital. And obviously, people have to pay me. Once everything has been created, I just put it out there. Anybody who wants to join, who wants to learn from it, they pay the money, they have access. And they go and study because all the information will be there. So there is a lot people can do. You shouldn't rely on salary alone. But for you to put all these things in place, it takes time. And don't be afraid of AI. AI can do a lot. It can do a lot. If AI can post onto your social media groups, AI can create video for you and post the video. AI can tell you the answer to anything you want to know. AI knows everything about Nigeria, about UK, about Ghana, about India, about Cameroon, about Ukraine, about Russia. AI knows everything. So it's now up to you to start.
Hello?
Sorry?
Yeah, I think somebody has a video on. Maybe it was by mistake.
Okay. So it's now up to you to let AI know who you are and what you want to achieve. What is your goal? What is your plan? You have to tell AI. And by your interaction with AI every day, it will get to know you. One day, it may ask you, what is your age? Even if it doesn't tell you, you tell AI what you want it to know. Tell ChatGPT what you want it to know about you. Okay, my name is so. I live in Port Harcourt. I'm 30 years old. This is the work I'm doing now. This is what my salary is. This is the time I plan to retire. When I retire, I hope I'll be able to get a pension of whatever amount you want to get. Or I hope I would have built up an investment portfolio that can generate dividend of whatever amount. Tell ChatGPT everything. Ask it to help you build something out of the information you have given it. And from time to time, continue to interact. Anyway, I think we have to end it here because it's about 6:45 now, and I have another meeting in 7. All the other things we are not able to go through, you can see as I'm scrolling, you can read everything and follow it step by step. You can read it. Go and practice. Practice. And if you have any problem, send me a DM on the Telegram group or Telegram platform. Send me a direct message or WhatsApp message or something. But you need to practice. Okay, so maybe we should use 5 minutes. If anyone have question, I can answer quickly. Any question that I can answer quickly. Unmute yourself if you have question. Anybody? Samuel, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask, Zenith Bank.
Yes.
I see it has it pays dividends twice also.
Okay.
In a year.
Okay.
How true it is.
I can hardly hear you. Are you close to your phone or you are talking away from your phone? Are you using speakerphone?
Yes. Zenith Bank. I hope you can hear me now clearly.
Yes.
I learned that on stock analysis. It said Zenith Bank pays twice, that's semi-annually.
Okay.
But I don't know how true that is.
Okay. So let me have a quick look on Zenith Bank. Right. Okay.
Then, sir, you classified NIDF and NGX together. I don't know your reason, sir.
No, I did not classify them together. What I said is that Datamax registrar is the registrar for GITCO, NGX group. Oh, no. Sorry. I think that's a different one. No, Datamax registrar is the registrar for GITCO, NGX group, and Seplat. But come again. What did you say I said about NIDF and which other one?
When I looked at your various...
No, ask your question again. Ask your question again.
I'm asking it again. You classified NIDF with NGX group as in the same sector, finance, under other finance.
Okay. So NIDF and NGX group, I put
Yes,
them
sir.
as under finance. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's have a quick look.
But
Okay. Yeah, what is it?
NIDF is a construction.
No, NIDF is not a construction. And okay. Let me answer it one at a time. Okay. Let me answer it one at a
I
time.
send it back pay twice a year. I just check on ChatGPT now. They pay twice a year dividend.
Okay, good. So that one is solved. So let's go to what you asked very quickly because I'm running out of time. So NIDF. Okay, let's see NIDF. Let's see NIDF. I'm just going to see if NIDF comes up here for me. So NIDF. Okay, so this is NIDF. Okay, history is not telling me their profile. Sometimes in their profile, it tells you the industry. But the other thing we can do, we can use ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, which sector does NIDF and NGX group, which sector do they belong? So, okay, which sector does NIDF and which one? NIDF and NGX group. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
NIDF and NGX group. Which sector does NIDF and NGX group belong to on the NGX? Okay. Can you see my ChatGPT? Can you see it?
Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
it's too
Yes, sir.
small. It's too small, Mr. Akintemi.
Maybe because you are looking from a phone. Okay, all right.
Yes.
I will read to you the
Double
answer
tap
that.
the screen, madam. Double tap the screen, it will become wide.
Oh yeah, yes. If you make it vertical, or how do you say it? Okay, let me just read for you quickly because we have just a few minutes to go. So I asked ChatGPT, which sector does NIDF and NGS group belong to on the NGX? Right. This is the answer from ChatGPT. On the Nigerian exchange, these two investments are classified under the financial services sector, but they belong to different sub-sector. So Nigerian exchange belongs to the sector financial services. The subsector for NGX group is other financial institution. And it now tells me, what does a Nigerian exchange group do? It owns and operates Nigeria Stock Exchange and related capital market businesses. It earns income from trading, listings, market data, technology, and other exchange services. Now for NIDF also belongs to the financial sector, but their subsector is closed-ended infrastructure debt fund investment trust. What does an NIDF do? It invests in long-term infrastructure loans, such as power, transport, telecommunication, healthcare, and educational projects. It is designed to provide investors with regular quarterly income. Can you see that? It is designed to provide investors with regular quarterly income and preserve capital over the long term. So that's the answer. So both of them, they are in financial services, but there is also a subsector. But we don't want to bother about the subsector. You only want to concern yourself about the sector they belong to. Don't worry about the subsector. Both of them are in the financial sector. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, sir. Yes, it answers my question. Thank you
Okay.
very much, sir.
Are we back on the agenda now? Can you see the agenda? What can you see on my screen?
Smart Investors Master's Class.
What did you say?
The binaural habits is what I'm seeing.
Aha. Yes. So, yes. So basically, we've covered item number 10. So in 2 minutes, I will just summarize this. Number 10, train ChatGPT to become your personal assistant. Go and click on the meeting agenda. It will open up this same meeting agenda for you. Come to item number 10, click on the link, and it will take you to my ChatGPT account, and you can read all those things that I have been showing you in the last 2 hours. You can read it, see all the prompts, practice with those prompts. I know some people, they will generate like 100 prompts, and they will tell you, pay for it, and we will give you good prompts that you can give to ChatGPT. But they generate it free of charge, and they will charge people for it. People can generate information from ChatGPT and sell it, and there is nothing wrong, because if they can take their time to go and do the research, collect all the information, why not? I use ChatGPT to write my book. I put in some information, some ideas, I fine-tune it. ChatGPT also collaborates with me, and now I'm selling the book. So what are you going to use ChatGPT for? I think I will leave you with that. So thank you very much, everyone, for your time. And what I
God
intend
bless
to...
you so much, sir.
You are welcome. You're welcome. So what I'm going to do from next month, the same time that we've been having this meeting, I'm going to start another series every Sunday throughout the whole of July, between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. We are going to have a question and answer series. I'm not coming with anything. You just come with your question and ask me your question, and then I will answer you to the best of my ability. If we need to share screen, I will share my screen. We do it practically, whatever you want to know. Whatever problem you have in your investment journey, write it down every Sunday between 5 and 7. Ask me your question and we go through it. So we will do that for the month of July. If people want us to extend it beyond July, I will give it a consideration, but I'm not promising anything. So thank you very much, and I will be seeing you again next Sunday. Anybody want to say anything before I go?
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you
for
very
being here.
much, Mr. Akintemi.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice having
Big
you
thank
here.
you.
We
A
want
big
to
Thank you.
thank you
thank
for
you
your dedication, sir.
for
God
the
Thank you,
bless you so
dedication,
everyone.
much.
your time, and your selflessness.
Thank you. I really appreciate you all.
Thank you so much.
God bless you so much, sir. We really learned a lot.
Amen. Amen.
God bless in
Amen.
Jesus' name. Thank you,
Amen.
sir.
Okay,
Yes,
we will see you again next week. Share the information. Invite your friends. Don't keep it to yourself. Let your friends benefit. Share the platform with them. Send the link to them. Let them join the Telegram platform. Let them come to the Zoom meeting. That's all you can do for your friends and family if you love them. Okay, thank you and bye-bye, everyone. We'll see you again next time.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.